Welcome everyone to episode 6 of Axe Girls. It's Axel here, and today I'm with Scratch, Battle Axe, and filling in for Naughty today is the one and only Sasha with the unicorn emoji after her name. Hi, Sasha. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks.
We haven't been able to come up with a nickname for you yet, but we'll get there.
One day it's going to happen. I'm really confident in that. It'll happen.
It probably wakes them up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go, oh, that's what it should be. And
that's what'll happen. Those are the best ones, though.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So how was everyone's week? I know we had good news this week. Every one of us, congratulations to every one of you guys for making it into round 1. Super exciting.
And you.
Thank you. Yes, I'm very excited. It's surprising, but exciting. Intimidating.
Not really surprising, but still exciting.
Not for you two Canadians, of course not.
Oh, for you. I meant about you.
Yes.
I appreciate it, Sasha, but you haven't seen me throw, so that's really nice.
Don't believe her. She's really good.
I know, she's just being modest.
That's what I'm thinking.
Just shush.
I think my average is like a 62,
1.
so that's not good.
It's premier, right? Or is it standard? It's really good. That's awesome.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah, you just started. You're doing really good.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing way better than I did when I was in my only 3rd or 4th league. Trust me, you're doing really good.
Same. Yeah,
right?
Same. Totally.
Yeah. Don't make us Canadians come down there for you.
Yeah, boot camp style. I'm too scared for that. So how is everyone started their practicing routine for round 1, or are we gonna wait a little while till we start that kind of stuff?
I've started practicing.
A little bit.
Do you do the full like throw routine, or you just do like 15 at a time, or yes?
75.
Let's go. And big axe.
Tiring.
So it's 60 hatchet and then 15 big axe, or 75 hatchet?
75
hatchet.
Wait, what?
We did it last night outside. We did the whole thing. We ran it out. We did the 75, the 3 of us, because we can rotate on the lanes. So we did it like full round 1 style, the 75 axes and then the 15 big axe. That's a lot of axes.
That I thought it was 60, like 4 matches basically, and then big axe, but that's not. It's 5 matches.
So far,
it's tiring. I think like by the time you get to the last one, I'm like, oh, I need to go to the gym.
And I get dizzy, you just walk up and back constantly. And I get really dizzy like during playoffs. I'm like, I gotta stop for a second, because you're just going like in a circle and you basically don't stop. So it's like, whoa.
I think the hardest part is when you practice it, it's really easy to rush your throws because you kind of get in too much of a fast rhythm. And then I have to like stop and like slow down. And I find that it's easy to make so many mistakes because you just so many throws in a row.
Yeah, definitely.
What I found doing it yesterday, I am more of a rhythmic thrower, so I really appreciate being able to zone in and just walk back and forth and back and forth. But I was thinking about it yesterday, depending on who you're throwing against in the lanes beside you, you still have to wait for everybody else. So it's also, when you get into a rhythm, being able to have the rhythm broken and then still be able to keep going in and do your thing. So I know having to practice slowing down is important too, just because you have to, be able to go in and out of a rhythm. That's my as well.
So
That's a
is
good
that
point, Sasha.
is that a rule with the IATF round one throwing, or is that just because you probably got somebody right next to you and you can't go in?
Yeah,
Because there's
just
no
like
barrier.
a venue rule, like you wait for your people because the lanes are open.
All right. So for Battle Axe's case, I don't think you have full barriers, right? You can walk in even with someone next to you throwing.
Technically, well, you could, yes, but technically, if once you're in round one and you're doing your throws, you still have to wait till you both throw, otherwise you'll get faulted. So
Okay.
something to think about too when we're practicing, because I think with practicing, it's, I know I forget, and we just go and get our axes, and we shouldn't. We should be waiting till the thrower beside us
Right.
gets their axes, but it's just like we know the other person, so we're comfortable and trust their throws that we're okay. But it's probably a bad habit in honesty to not keep yourself in check that way. But so just keeping in mind when we're in round one, stop, wait, grab, so that you don't get faulted and lose points.
Good to know. Well, I learned something else new today. Thank you. I need a throwing buddy now because I guess I can't do it myself and wait for somebody for a very long time. But that's all right. I had a
Absolutely.
phenomenal week in my leagues this week. I think it's a huge advantage to compete in 3 leagues a week, but I got my high score of 73 and I got 6 clutches in one night, which is a record, almost the record. For me.
Hey,
7 is my record. So I just had a great week. So I'm just gonna give myself props for that.
Congrats.
Sasha.
Good job, Axel.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well done.
Keep it up.
Excited. I think I'm super pumped up about round one that I'm like just so focused now, and I'm just like in sports mode, which I've never really been with axe throwing before. It's always been fun, and now I'm kind of like I feel like I'm training, and I've never done that before, which is exciting.
So cool.
Yeah.
Good job. Good luck.
Thank you to you guys too. I mean, don't do too well because I still get ranked, but
We can for now, but then stop, yeah.
yeah,
Round
a little
2.
bit. Round 2.
No, I'm having the opposite thing to you, Axel, though. Like, I'm having the worst week ever. And I've not even played any, well, I've played the women's league, but I didn't play very well in that either. But I've not hit 1 clutch since last Sunday. In practice and everything.
Oh no.
I've changed axes because on Wednesday, I don't know what happened, but my axe just felt 10 times heavier than it usually does. And I just couldn't flick it over. And I was like, oh, I got in a mood about it. And I thought, right, I've had enough. And I was like, it's just all coming at a bad time. So I changed to still a plum, but just a different one. And it must have been just a slight difference, but it did help. And I've been practicing a bit, but I feel like I'm trying to get in that mode of like sports mode, and it's just, I'm struggling to get there. I'm kind of like, I just want a week off.
Well, because it's also a job too. It's not just, that's what we do for a living. So it's a little bit different, but, and the people that don't appreciate me getting bullseye after bullseye after bullseye when they're literally can't even stick it at the board right next to me. I feel bad for them, but then I just explain in 4 years they'll be doing exactly what I'm doing. Because although I've only been IATF since November, I have been throwing axes for 4 years. So
Absolutely.
Not very well, but it's all right. We got to start somewhere, right? I don't have any clue how round 2 works or how many competitors go. Do either of you guys know that?
Have they announced it yet, Sash? I haven't heard anything.
I think they did say how many spots there were for round 2, didn't they? Because it's usually 264.
Is
It was
it?
264 last time. But again, maybe you know what? You're right. I don't think they have actually. In terms of this, we don't even know where they're going to be doing it yet. And I think that will determine the number. They were probably waiting.
The last I heard was that we would know before the 24th on how many spots each venue has, but that's
Mm.
I've just seen that on Facebook, so I'm not sure if that's definite or not, but I hope so. Like, that's the one thing that I think for us as a smaller venue, and I think you're probably the same, Axel, as well, is wait and see how many spots we actually get, because obviously the least we get, least
Less.
wow, the
Go with
less
that.
the less we get, obviously the more fierce the competition is between people.
I have been feeling that for the last week since I found out that I actually qualified out of True North, because I'm thinking, okay, qualifying out of battle, they've got like 600 spots. It's ridiculous how many
Yeah.
have. I'm like, okay, I feel good about this. And then I get a text message. Oh, you qualified out of True North, right? And I thought, oh no. Now my mind, I'm thinking about it because they have way less spots, and now I'm in my head, and it's terrifying. So I really feel that too. Even on a bigger scale, I
Yeah.
still feel that, because it makes a huge
Absolutely.
difference. Because if there's a big concentration of really good throwers,
Yeah.
I mean, that is what it is. So
Yeah.
it's a little nerve-wracking.
It
I'm
is,
with
isn't
you,
it?
Sasha.
Too.
Is
I'm
there
with
a
her right there.
Yeah, Amy's in the same boat, obviously. Is there a
Yeah.
True North closer to you, or do you have to do it at the same venue that Battle Axe throws at?
I'm going to see Amy.
Yeah.
They're coming,
But
It
good
is
luck.
soon though, isn't it? I can't believe how soon it is.
Is it?
Like,
right?
yeah.
3
Like
weeks.
1 month, right? Wait, April 20th.
No,
No?
April the 8th, 9th and 10th.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So
it's coming right up.
Oh
it's
my
the weekend.
shoot.
So I go to New York next week, and it's the week that we're back. The weekend after.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Now I get a legit train.
We all got
Matt,
this.
It's just there's too much.
Yeah.
I need more time.
Yes.
I mean,
I need Alex Bootcamp.
I know
Yes.
we all need Battle Axe Bootcamp. I mean, I
I
feel
know.
somewhat confident in the fact that I don't have a lot of competition that want to go Toronto at my venue. So I've already got some people who are like, well, I'm not going to do round one because I don't have my passport, or I'm like, I can't use the gas right now to go up to Toronto. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot of pressure off of me. And I feel it for you guys. Trust me, Sasha, Battle Axe. I can't even imagine that competition level. And I hope there's a ton of spots just to let all those great throwers in. But
We hope so
it's
too.
scary.
Thank you. Sorry.
Um,
I think this time we have more than we did last time competing for the spots too. I think
yeah.
2 years ago we had 26 in True North, and we had 10 spots, and that was shared between 3 venues because we actually had a third venue in Lehigh, Utah at the time. And unfortunately they've closed since then, but they have throwers that qualified for round 1. So I'm not sure how that all works, but if they make it, they still can go, I think, right? And I think this time, do we have 69 or something, Sasha?
Spots.
Like,
I don't know.
it's
I didn't
a
count,
lot.
but it's
Yeah, it's
way
up
more
there.
than last time.
Yeah. So, and I don't know
Suppose
how many
there's more
spots
ways to
are.
get in though. So, because usually is it top 4 over the whole season? I think that's what they usually do. And then this time they've done the top 4s from every league.
Yeah.
So that's why there's more people,
Yeah.
which I think it's all from COVID, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's 2 years worth of the tops. So that's a lot.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Well, and then when they added the qualifying in through Premier too, because that's how I qualified, was top 8 through Premier.
right.
That adds a whole different set of too. So
Yeah.
there was many ways prior, but yeah, now that they've opened it up so much, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So are you guys in a Premier League right now at this very moment?
Starting today is our new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are
Today's
you gonna,
playoffs for mine?
and are you in regular leagues as well, like standard rules?
Yep.
Are you throwing your standard rules pretending that you're a Premier?
Trying to when I remember.
Always.
I'm like down on myself if I'm touching below the, outside the black. I'm like, damn, it's a 3. I'm like, no, it's not. This is regularly.
Yes. It's dangerous.
Right? You can miss score so quickly, but
Yeah.
I feel like at my venue, I might go Premier only from now on, just because I think it makes the game faster.
Mm.
And I don't have a super huge ton of players, but I think they're all on board with that because there's really not a lot of difference. They play for fun anyway. So them worrying about the clutch being even harder is not a big deal for them. So I think I might just be on Premier rules from here on out,
Oh,
which I'm
wow.
excited about. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys are very lucky because right now our battle location is only running one league on Sunday. So we have one Premier and one Standard League, both at the same time.
Oh,
That's it.
can you play in both or no? Because you're.
That's the thing. So
Oh.
I've heard, like, I don't know, come next season, because the Standard League had their playoffs last week because we had an extra week off because of regionals. So we have our playoffs today, and then next week starts the next season. And I heard rumblings that they were going to open up another league or another night. Yeah, I don't know, because right now it's only on Sundays. So I'm really hoping that happens, because I mean, really, whether you're throwing Standard or throwing Premier, you're throwing axes at the same target.
Exactly.
So
Right. Yeah.
ideally, I'm hoping we can get another league going.
And from a venue point of view as well, you'd
Right.
probably get both
Yeah.
like double the amount. So you would
There's
think
so
that-
many of us that would throw both. I mean,
Yeah.
it certainly does make sense. I know they've been trying to open up slowly and smartly. So here's to hoping anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers
to
crossed.
be able
for
to
you
get a
and
few in. Because I
Good
mean,
luck
even throwing
today, Ben.
waddle.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You can do it.
I'm excited about it. I think I have some people's numbers, so I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna hope for the best.
What position
got
did you
this,
finish
Axel.
on their season leaderboard?
Third, actually.
Nice.
Good for you.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Two of the top three finishers in our Premier League were ladies. So that was really awesome. Yeah, Kendra Kay finished first, and then Colin finished second, and then I finished third.
That's
So-
awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, I think for me, it was really surprising because I threw 100% clutch call, which was terrifying. I'm not going to lie. There were so many times I'm like, I want to win. But I thought, no, my strategy is I'm going to go in, I'm going to do 100% clutch call, because eventually it's going to come down to that anyway. And I think it was just having that extra pressure. I don't know what it was, because normally I struggle with the clutches. Even like I was just starting to figure it out. And then they introduced Premier. So that's always been my struggle. So I thought, no, I'm going to do it. So I was pretty thrilled about the result.
Awesome. That's
Oh,
phenomenal.
Really good. Good job.
For those
Do you
who don't
think
know
that-
what that means, it means that you went for every clutch that you were able to, right?
Do you
Yeah.
think that helped with your accuracy anyway, with going for it every time, that you got into a bit of a routine of going bullseye 4 times and clutch every single time? You didn't have to think about it. Do you think that helped in the long run?
It certainly does, because then the only thing you're going to think about at that point is, are you going to stray from the game plan? So
Yeah.
it does. You still think about it, just in a different way. That's
Yeah.
all. Yeah. But I really noticed it's true. You'll have good days and you'll have bad days. Because I think last week I was on a good day. We missed several weeks. So I think I had 8 or 9 games the last 2 weeks. Last week, I probably was at about 60% accuracy with my clutches, which is great. The week before, I think I only hit 3 out of like 19. It's really, really tough on your confidence level. When you have a good night, yay, you can't miss, right? But I found it was really, really hard when you can't hit them on those days. So, there's advantages and disadvantages, I would say, but I just thought, to push and, with the people I'm throwing with in my league too, it's a monster league. So it was worth it in the end. I would say it does help though, overall.
Yeah.
It's good. And we should all make a pact right now to go for every clutch. And when you guys do round 1,
But now I
No.
want to do I want to do a league now where I hope they open up another league, because I would love to see my bull accuracy. So I would love to do a full league of not throwing any,
Yeah.
unless I have to, and then just try with the bull percentage and do it the opposite way just to see.
Yeah.
I think
I
that
would
that's
love to
part
do
of
a
the-
league. Sorry, go on,
Sorry.
Amy.
Oh,
Go on.
I was just going to say that it's kind of that's the whole thing with Premier. It changes your strategy. Like even with standard, I go 100% clutch rate, and then I just started doing that the last few leagues, and that's where I find I get my good clutch practice. And then for Premier, that's where I was working on my average and just going bulls and clutch only when I have to. So I don't know. It's a tough question. I don't know that I'm ready to go 100% clutch for Premier yet, because it's not I feel like the game is not the same in Premier versus Standard anymore. You have to play for wins, and what do you do? Like there's more questions and more thought to it too.
More strategy.
And I feel like I get that clutch practice in the Standard versus the Premier, and it's that confidence thing too, like you're saying, Sasha. I do agree with you. Even in Standard, you have a bad night, it does play with you for sure.
It wrecks you, especially when you're coming from a high week and then the next week you're shattered and you can't work out what you're doing wrong. It's the lows after that high is painful, and
it's hard.
You just shake your head. I had such a good week, and what happened? What did you do? What? Then you go to superstitions, right?
Yeah.
Because you're throwing the same, everything's the same. Am I wearing the wrong shoes? It's so silly, but I guess we got to be turning into professional athletes and get that out of our head. I know I do. Every day, but like just think like a pro, like a professional. Don't worry about what anyone else is saying around you. That's why they're so good at it, because they can handle the boos and they can handle the ups and the downs. They just focus on what there is to do, and it's helping me, that's for sure. But so good luck, Amy Battle Axe, starting your league this week, and Sasha, good luck in playoffs today. And then Scratch, you and I were just going along with it.
I start my Premier League on Tuesday.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'll be in 2 leagues by then, and then on the 11th of April I start another Standard League, so I'll be in 3.
Nice. Good practice for making it to world.
Yeah, so it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that's it.
That's it.
What's your strategies? Like, what are your thoughts on everything?
I don't have one. No, do you know what it is? And what I was going to say was, so in your leagues, do most people go clutch all the time?
It's changed. It used to be that way.
In Standard.
In Standard, it used to be everyone, there's this kind of unspoken, and you probably noticed this too, Sasha, coming to True North, unspoken, you just went clutch 100% of the time. And ever since Premier, that's changed. People in Standard aren't always going clutch. They're calling the undeclared rule now more, and it's kind of weird. When you're ready to go 100% clutch and they call the undeclared rule, you're just like, you almost don't know how to handle it anymore, because it's a new feeling and concept, even though that's really part of the game. So no, I would say not anymore. It used to be.
Yeah. So at our venue, barely anybody goes for the clutch. The only time that people do go is if they're miles ahead or can't win. And even then people have stopped doing it because they want to get higher average, if they're not feeling confident. But it tends to be a case of, right, if there's a draw, if it's tied, then it's sort of like a gentleman's agreement that you're going to go up. But if not, but then there's, to be fair, a lot of the time people are like, no, I'm not going up. And then you're kind of like, oh, I want to. And then you're like, oh, but what if I don't get it? And then now I'm going to lose. And it's just, so, but I suppose that comes from a lot of people in our leagues. This is only their first or second league ever. So they don't want, some people don't even go for the clutch when they could win with a clutch, because they're that unconfident that about getting it, that they say, no, I'm not going to get it. So I'm not going to go for it. So
that's fair.
I'd love more than anything to do a full league where everyone goes for the clutch, because it'd just take that pressure away and we'd just all be like, right, yeah, let's just do it. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
When we have a very different way we do it at Battle, where it's a little bit different because there's a core group of us. And, whether you're, higher up in the standings or lower down, I think because we've just been throwing together for so long and we're so comfortable and we're all kind of in the same vibe. Even in our Premier League, I would say if we're tied or if it's reach or like we throw a lot of clutches. We'll put it that way. No matter who you are. And it's pretty cool. Like the strategy certainly does come into play. I've been known to throw that undeclared rule out too, because it's still strategy. But it's cool. Like we get we're going to go up. We're tied. Okay, we're going up. It's still pretty close to how it used to be with standard too. So
interesting.
Yeah, I'd say I
depends.
agree with that as well. So there's a few people who have been playing together for a while in our leagues that whether we play, this will be our first Premier League at Valhalla North, but when we play like practice games with Premier rules, the same people will always go up if it's a tie no matter what. Like it's kind of just one of them things where it's like, oh yeah, let's do it. But neither of us are like certain we're going to get it or not. But it's just one of those things where we're just like, yeah, that's it. If it's a tie, we're going up and that's that, regardless of Premier or Standard. And there are a couple of people that every single time will do that. So yeah, that's the same, I guess.
Fun.
That's cool.
So Sasha and Battle Axe, how many IATCs have you been to? Not necessarily competed in, but been to?
One.
Two.
Is it like super like out of this world scary and intimidating, or do you forget all that because you're just so excited about meeting all these folks?
I never
competed. Scary.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's scary. I did a skills comp that was unnerving and scary, but it was a lot of fun. Have you competed like in the full tournament too?
I have. The very first time I qualified, it was I think 2018. And it was terrifying. I mean, I've been throwing since 2016. So I was kind of new, but I kind of wasn't new. And that was the first time I qualified. And it was the first time that I made it through. And I made it through right on the cusp. And I was just like, I don't care. I'm happy to be here. But then getting there and at that point, there wasn't a lot of travel for competitions and stuff. So I didn't really know anybody. And it's this big, huge stage. And I ended up playing Evan Flack, my very first round, he's a really good thrower. And I'm just happy to be here. He totally stopped me. I didn't stand a chance, but I was shaking and it was so great. Everybody's so lovely. So the next time though, I guess your first time, I think is going to be that way no matter what. But then you're there, you see it. The people are just so awesome. Then it's just, who cares? You're just there to have fun and everybody loves each other. It's great.
I think that's how I have to go into it and just have fun because
yes,
honestly,
absolutely.
Throwers are phenomenal. I don't have a chance, but I'm going to enjoy myself. So that's all.
Yeah, that's my mentality. Absolutely. I've got a bit more pressure on myself to get through to round 2 because I really do want that. But I'm well aware that if we only get one spot, that there's a certain person that's more likely to get through than I am.
Don't say that. Yourself.
It comes down to your week. We all know that. It's that week and how you do that week. That's why it's so stressful.
You never know what will happen and we'll see. But I do really want to get through to round 2. But once that hurdle's done, that's sort of it. I'll just be happy with that. That I don't expect anything in Canada. Obviously, it's big and it's just a big you don't know who you're going to get put against, so do you? And I think you've just kind of got to go into it with an open mind and just enjoy it.
The scariest thing in the world would be to go up against one of you guys, because either way you don't want to win or lose, right? You want to move on.
I think I'd get put off because I think I'd get really giddy about it and I'd be like, oh my god,
it would be the worst.
It would be fun. It would be the funnest match of the day though.
I
Okay,
know,
but
but
I'll
at
put it-
least we'd know that
yeah.
one of us was going to win.
I know. But,
Okay, but let's put it this way.
True.
Let's all meet and compete, but let's wait till the top 32 so that if we get knock each other out, because somebody's going to get knocked out, we do it, we all can still win money. Like, let's just make that pact.
I'm down with that. Let's do it.
I'm good too. Yep.
Okay. It's on. Pinky swear.
Mhm.
Hey, are you listening, IATC? You heard it. You're not allowed to put this in the beginning.
Yep.
Yes, awesome. All right. Well, that was exciting. No one obviously needs to do wildcard here, which is happening right now as we're filming this wildcard weekend. But there are a few more spots, I guess, that will be filled after this weekend's tournaments. But this week, the 10 and 10 segment, we have some new guests on. Take a look at those.
All right, let's get
Hey, Mark, are you ready for your 10 and 10?
as ready as I'll ever be.
What is your nickname?
Marksman,
Where do you throw?
True North Axe Throwing in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.
How long have you been throwing axes for?
Just about 4 years.
What style of axes do you throw?
Plum National right now, Hudson, Exquisite Hudson, and Warrior Plum.
Do your axes have names?
No,
IATF, Waddle, both, or neither?
ITF.
What is your day job?
I am a special needs educational assistant at a junior high school.
Cheerleader or coach?
More of a coach, but a little bit of both.
Of anyone in the world, who would you like to throw axes with?
Axe thrower would be Max Machado, and if it could be anybody in the world, Gal Gadot.
Do you have more or less than 10 personal axes?
Oh, more. I think we have right now about 65, 70 personal axes, so a little more than 10.
Hi Axel, hi everyone. So I am here in the 81 Axes shop because we are going to do some 10 and 10 questions with Colin. Okay, so you have 10 seconds to answer these 10 questions, whatever comes to your mind.
Okay,
Are you ready?
sure.
What is your nickname or handle?
Goose.
Where do you throw?
Several. Is that like a mate? Okay. Battle.
How long have you been throwing axes?
Since January 2018.
Do any of your axes have a name?
No? Like
I don't
Steve
either.
or?
Steve, maybe you should.
I don't know.
IATF, Waddle, or both?
Both?
Cheerleader or coach?
Both. I am both.
Yes.
I can't turn.
Yes, you are.
I can't turn off the coach part, but I'm a really good cheerleader as well.
Of anyone in the world, who would you like to throw axes with?
Man. Nick, first name that came to mind. Nick K.
What's your favorite thing about the sport?
The people.
What is your least favorite thing about the sport?
Could be the same answer.
Yeah.
Just kidding. The complaining
How did you get into axe throwing?
through Boyer. Yeah, basically a buddy of mine dragged me along, and I was hooked.
Okay, so this last week we asked everyone what was their most memorable moment in axe throwing. And Sasha, since you're here with us today, what is your most memorable moment?
Okay, so it's funny you asked me that because when I saw the question, I thought, oh, I want to answer this. And then as I was thinking and I was thinking, there's so many. But I'm gonna say probably when I hit my first 81, it was really exciting because when I did that, the person I was throwing against, Bobby the Butcher, who I love so much, he also hit an 81. So it was a double 81 on my first 81. And it was so exciting. And everybody was really happy for me because, I mean, it took me like 2.5 years of throwing to finally do it. And it was just, it made me really happy. It was cool.
That's awesome. That is a memorable moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? I just have to say thank you, because knowing it took you 2.5 years, I don't feel so bad, because I feel like I cannot get one no matter what I do. Knowing it might take a little longer for even somebody as good as you, that's a weight off. So
Long time.
thank you.
Pays off, lady. You got it.
You're gonna get one this week.
Thank you.
Watch it
Thank
happen.
you.
It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It happens when you
report
least expect it.
That is very true
just
too. And
told
when
me
you
it's gonna
don't think
happen.
about it, don't think about it. Just throw. Don't think about it.
back. I'm going for every clutch in everything except Premier League. So 2 leagues, I'm going to go for every clutch. And if I don't get one, I'm just
I
going to.
know. Just skip the standard 81 and get a Premier 81.
You're right.
Ooh.
I will magically do that. I will after women's league, and then after throwing 4 matches, I will then get an 81 in my perm. Okay. All right. Sure, I will. All right. So thank you, Sasha. Let's check in with most of our responses were from the sport of axe throwing, and thank you everyone who wrote their memorable moment and or shared photos and videos. I'm going to start off with Joel Montgomery posting a video from the Asia Pacific axe throwing tournament. I guess it was the final elimination, and the axe ricocheted off the roof, completed a 1.5 rotation in reverse, and stuck in the bullseye.
What?
Did you see it? Let's take a look. Crazy, huh? I don't know
Wow.
if that's like how that could be like technically a legal bullseye, but that was pretty memorable. If I was watching that, I wouldn't forget that anytime soon. So thanks for submitting that, Joel. Lorna Pursley, breaking the grand opening ribbon with axes is probably my favorite. That and getting to meet everyone at the Show Me State throw-off last year. I think that every tournament from here on out should start with throwing axes and breaking a ribbon. That would be so much fun. Everyone who's competing, wouldn't that be fun? All
Yes.
together. Plus, it would make for great photo and video. So I'm going to put that out there that y'all should start your tournaments with a ribbon cutting via axe.
With the songs.
Yes.
We'll keep that in
Oh my
mind.
God.
Yes. Your entrance songs.
We're all going to pull out our cell phones when we first go up to IATC, because we're all going to make it. I'm just putting that out there. When we
Yeah.
first go up, we're going to put our song on and wait till we get in trouble, but we'll just do it for a second.
I know. We will.
Can't stop us. Ask for forgiveness after.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
so everybody there knows how crazy we are.
I don't think there's a risk of knowing people not knowing how crazy we are.
It might work. It might throw the people off that we're playing against.
Hey, yes.
But you're
I like that.
All right. Then we have Walter J. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Watching his son hit his first 27 before him, he might add. That's
Nice.
great.
Yeah.
And I think Amy, you have some in front of you.
Yeah, Vincenzo winning the 2021 US Open Duels Championships with David Saikon, getting onto ESPN and defeating the reigning world champions. That would be pretty amazing.
That sounds
Congratulations, Vin. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's awesome.
Goals,
And our one and
goals,
only
goals.
baked potato. I'd have to say my first game in regionals against Kendra. First time playing outside of my venue against a very well-respected and accomplished lady. It was such a fun game. That was pretty
just
cool.
This regional
That was
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Up in Red, was at Red Deer, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been talking about it ever since. She had such an amazing time. It's pretty cool.
Had a great time. It was
Awesome.
nice meeting her, actually. She's lovely.
Isn't she?
Oh, she's fantastic. She's such a nice. I never got to throw against her. I'm disappointed, but she just, yeah, she lights up her room. She's pretty cool.
She does. Hopefully you get to, Sasha.
Hmm.
And John Johnson posted a video and a photo of Never Ending Story costume. Oh, I saw this. That is so cool. I don't think I can say the name. Atro, the princess and
Atreyu.
Falcor. Atreyu, thank you. Yeah. And the Princess Falcor. I don't even know how they threw in that, to be honest with you. That's
No.
like a huge costume.
Did you
Pretty
see
cool.
him throw with it with the head on?
No.
Oh, yeah. He had the head on his body. Like, I'm talking about the head is bigger than him as a person. The head of Falcor on him, and he's throwing the axe at the target. So that's a
Insane.
commitment I really
Wow.
Is that the dog?
Yeah, the dragon,
big
the large
dog.
dragon. Yeah. Yes.
The
Mhm.
big dog.
It looks like a dog, but it's
It
technically
doesn't like a
dragon.
dog. It looks like a dog.
He's
The dog
Falcor.
and
Yes.
And from Marksman, I remember this game quite well. His most memorable is playing Marquez Manuel Yoda in IATC 2020. He was down 2 rounds in a best of 5 and won 3 straight rounds to come back and win. He took 33rd place overall. It was an awesome game, and he is an awesome competitor. Yoda is pretty cool. I remember being so nervous for these two guys. It was intense. It was like there were so many other games going on, and the place kind of stopped, and everybody just kind of surrounded these two gents and just watched. It was so intense. Yeah,
oh, wow.
I kind of share that with Mark. It was.
I don't
pretty
even
cool.
know
They
how
both
I
did
can
great.
mentally come back from being down 2, like that. That's a hurdle in and of itself. That's something that would take me out, knowing you're down 2 already.
Yeah,
I
Good
feel
for
like I
him.
get a second wind in that situation though.
Really good.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like think right, it's now or never. Like if you lose this next one, then that's it.
Just
So
go for it.
yeah, and then I feel like that's when I do better. I think when it's a bit more, there's
That's
a
right.
bit more at stake.
I find it very helpful should I have to come up against you in a competition in the future.
I mean, I don't know. As jokes.
Is it any secrets?
I didn't mean that. Well, if I'm down 2, I'm shot, and if I don't get a positive text message from Amy at that point, I'm losing. So
Let me know when you're playing. I love you both.
yes, I revert back to Amy to help me get through those. All right, Sasha, I think, do you have some with you?
I have a few, yes. I have, so Mr. Shane Shep, who posted a photo of his win at the 2021 Urban Open. So I'm going to assume his most memorable moment was winning the 2021 Urban Open, which I couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
That's what an experience that would be.
massive tournament, right? I think just one of the big ones. Yeah,
It
good
is,
for
yeah.
him.
Yeah. Also then Ryan Smith, who had said his most memorable moment was Corbin Decker being nice and teaching him better ways of throwing on the tribal axe trip to the US Open back in 2019, which anybody who's spent some time with Corbin Decker, he does that. He's just a great guy. So, I mean, that it's nice. I think it's nice when you have somebody just reach out and help.
Mhm.
And community has so many great people like that. So
It's
that's
true.
really nice. That actually made me feel kind of warm and fuzzy. So thanks for sharing that. And then Lexi Greenwald. Her memorable moment was her baby, aka Cameron, aka Ziggy Stardust, winning the Choptober championship, for which I was there and got to see that happen. I'm getting goosebumps right now. It was pretty awesome. So it was a heck of a match, and that certainly is something to be really something to remember. We'll put it that way. So,
And just to point out that her baby is not a baby, but a full-grown adult. For anyone listening,
well, yes,
or who doesn't know Axe Throwing, it's not literally a baby, but her baby.
no, it is Cameron Ziggy Stardust. Yeah, it was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have some more from scratch.
Yep, I have 4 more.
All right.
So we have Kitty. Her most memorable moment was playing Randa and Helio at Warriors Axe Throwing. They both kicked her ass, but they were absolute gentlemen. That's nice.
That's nice.
Then we have Nate. His was hitting his first 81, which was cool and all that, but then getting his first 74 and missing the final clutch really sent the emotions wild. I was there for both of those happening.
You were?
Yeah, so Nate's one of our coaches. He, to be honest, he's not been throwing that long. He threw in our first league, but more just for fun, I would say. But he's really sort of put the work in over the past couple of months. And there's so many people at our venue at the minute that have, because we have a little wall of 81, the 81 club. And I think about 6 people have gone on it in the past 2 weeks. It's just ridiculous that everyone's just flying on there, which is really nerve-wracking for me. but yeah, I was there for that, and he is doing really well. And then Jade, she's one of my ladies league members. She's got 2 spring to mind, 1 funny and 1 unrepeatable clutch call where she actually hit the clutch when she called it. Jade she does not go for the clutch. We have to force her. Even if she can win the game, she's like, no, I'm not going for it. I'm like, you can win if you get it, go for it. Anyway, one time she did and got it, and everyone was like, yeah. But and she got a name on the wall of clutch as well. But the funny one, I think she put a picture on, was when the axe bounced off and just stuck tip into the floor. So it was stuck just in the floor.
Oh. Is that a 0 or a drop at that?
Floor, we call it floor points. But yeah. And then last one is Stephen. He got a clutch to win a very close game, and he called the clutch, but the person scoring the game didn't hear him call clutch, and he scored a 0.
Aww.
No.
Yeah, I was there for that too.
That's painful.
It was a moment to remember.
Oh, that's yes.
But yeah.
Well, thank you everyone who submitted theirs. It's always great to go back. Sasha, a part of everyone's memorable moment. I love it. 6 years from now, we'll all be in the same boat as you. So yay. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. We do appreciate it.
So our question for next week is, have you ever thrown with a famous person, or have they thrown at your venue where you throw? Let us know, and even better, if you've got any pictures, share them with us as well. So have any of you guys thrown with anyone famous or had anyone in your venue that we might know?
I have, in that nobody outside of America would know who it is, I think, but you guys know Hell's Kitchen, right, with Gordon Ramsay?
Mm-hmm.
One of his contestants, he was very memorable in that he was a very loud Texan. His name is Ben Hurd, H-U-R-D, and he came and threw at my venue. And I'm looking at this guy, because I was a big fan of Hell's Kitchen. I'm looking at this guy, where do I know him from? Where do I know him from? And thank goodness he checked in So I saw his name and I'm like Googling Van Herd, and it turns out he was in, I think it was season 2 of Hell's Kitchen. And then he went back for All Stars, and he has a restaurant about 40 minutes south of me that he works at, that we've since, hung out with him and stuff like that. But he's like an exuberant, like over the top kind of fun person. If you look him up and you see him on Hell's Kitchen, you'd be like, oh, okay, that's why he's memorable.
Cool.
What about you guys?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Amy,
Not that
no?
I know.
Not that I know of or heard of. Though, I guess Rander came to True North a couple summers ago, and we got to throw with him, and he won IATC 2020. So I guess he counts. That was
And
pretty cool.
Next time we ask this, you'll be able to say, yeah, I threw with Axel. She was the winner of the IATC
That's right.
2022. So
Yeah.
He's famous.
Yeah,
I've
I
been on
guess
TV.
Let's do this.
I've been in the background of things on TV. Carl had a part like in an actual film that is on like Amazon Films or whatever it's called, and it's on like a DVD, like you can get it in the shop, and Carl's in it,
Stop.
and his name's in like the thing, and he's got a credit for it and everything. Yeah,
We need to see this.
Yeah, where do we watch this? I got Amazon Prime.
I'll send you the link.
All right, we'll put it up for
Timestamp.
everybody to watch.
Timestamp.
It's gonna be the longest,
where it is.
the longest download, the biggest download of the week is gonna be this rando film, and it was like, why is that one jumping up? Like, oh, because Axe Girls mentioned it, and every Axe Girl went and watched. Carl.
Yeah. He's only in it for a little bit, but
Still counts.
he's still got a credit.
That's so
So, Scratch,
cool.
have you thrown with someone famous and or had somebody famous at your venue?
Yeah, so someone did come to our venue who I don't think you'll know her, but Scarlett Moffat, she won I'm a Celebrity here not that long ago, but she's from around here, so it's bound to happen. She just does have a life and goes to normal places. She went to school here and stuff, so but yeah, she came in. She was an absolute joy to have in. She's so funny. Her and like a boyfriend kept coming up with like Viking names, and it's just hilarious. But yeah, she was on a program called Gogglebox here, and then from that she went on to do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and she won. So she was Queen of the Jungle and stuff. But it's a very much a UK thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
awesome.
But we had a Playboy model as well in once.
You?
Yeah, me.
The question is, were any of the guys actually throwing axes or just kind of standing there?
fair
He wasn't at work,
question.
but he got there pretty quickly. Oh no.
That's
yeah.
funny.
That's it though. No one huge, not yet.
No, yeah, exactly. I like that.
Just
That'll
calm.
happen.
So guys, let us know if you've thrown with anyone famous or if they've thrown at your venue. Get them sent to us and we'll feature them on next week's episode. Thank you.
So the 81 Axes tournament lineup series, whatever you want to call it, for 2022. We just released the details for the Terry Ritz Memorial. So that is now going to be an annual tournament on our Canada Day long weekend. So that's going to be July 1st. It's going to be super fun. We had a great time last year. So we are going to do 2 days. So there's going to be a fun skills tournament on the Friday, which is the first. We're going to be using Reapers. It's going to be great. There's going to be 3 skills. We haven't really decided what they're going to be yet, but we all get to throw Reapers. And then I don't know how he determines who wins. I can't remember, but then the winner gets the Reaper. So it's, yeah,
Cool.
throw a Reaper, win a Reaper, and then we'll do the main tournament. We're doubling it. Last year it was only 32. This year it's going to be 60.
64.
64, so double elimination, full premier rules. And then there's going to be like their lunch and t-shirts and prizes and 50-50 and raffle, like the whole thing. It's going to be amazing. And the best thing is, because it's all outside, like the range is outside. So this is, you're coming, you're throwing, whether it's raining or sunshine or snowing, because that's possible. And last year there was like a really quick blitz hail rainstorm thing. So we have tents and everybody huddled under the tent. Oh, it was really interesting. But yeah, so we're really looking forward to it. The tickets are going to go on sale April 1st. So in a couple weeks. I'm really excited, guys. So
April's an
I'm hoping you
exciting
can
month.
come. I'm hoping you can come.
I know I want to so badly. I want to so badly, honestly. I don't, it's so intimidating, guys, though. You are scary, and I would just be going for the fun because no, not a chance.
I just need a
You've
lot
ever-
more money and a lot more time.
Yeah, right. I know.
Yeah.
I know. I am very much hoping to go to that one, and I know that it's very difficult for you, Scratch, but Battle Axe chances.
Yes, we're hoping and planning.
I hope so. I mean, and that's the beautiful thing about like the tournaments. They're so different out here at Collins too. Like, as Amy's thrown out here before, we're
Mhm.
here to have a good time. That's
Yes.
what we do. It's the throwing axes just complements the having a good time.
Yep.
So that's
And we get
how-
entertainment from out Eastern Canadians, eh?
Oh, are they scary Canadians or are they fun Canadians?
Oh, just crazy fun.
Because I feel like
crazy
your
fun.
side might be
And-
the nice side and the other side's the crazy side.
And I mean, the really good thing about this Canada Day tournament too is Warriors axe throwing is often involved. And
beautiful
the
Warriors.
guys they come out and throw. And so I'm just, just trying to add things,
All right, I'm gonna
Decent
just say it. I'm
and-
just gonna book my flights and I'm coming
Do
out.
it. Do it.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm gonna
go.
do it. I'm gonna do it. That's exciting. So how do people get tickets? Just reach
So
out
we're-
after April 1st.
Yeah, so we tried to decide how to do it. So I just came up with what we're going to do is do a post at 9 a.m. on April 1st. It's going to have an email address, and essentially it's respond to the email address with your intent to want to come to the tournament. And then it's basically you're going to get a form back, like an invoice. You're going to have 48 hours to send it back, pay your entry fee, and the first, just do this session in order of how people respond is going to be how you get your ticket into the tournament.
And that's 9 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yes, sorry, 9 a.m. Mountain Time.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. This is Axel signing off with Battle Axe, Scratch, and of course filling in for Naughty this week. We welcome Sasha, and thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you have a great week, and we will see you on next week's episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have you ever
Good. Good.
right. Thrown with a famous person. It's hard to say that sentence. Whatever.
You gonna ask us?
Oh yeah. So Carl. My God.
You
The
win
whole
it.
blooper's the better. I'm just saying. Cats takes up our whole blooper section. So if you want to have a piece of it.
Yeah, I feel like that'll happen at some point, but I believe I lost my train of thought, so I don't know what I believe right now. But anyway,
That's a
sorry.
Space shitty. I'm not saying that. Say that.
The what? Space.
Are you sure?
You hear what I said?
Throwing.
Space
That's a
shitty.
tongue twister.
Say that. Say that fast. I dare you. Go on, say it.
Space City?
Space shooter.
Space City? Space City?
Space City Shootout? That's hard to say.
That's hard to say.
No one wants to go to a shitty shootout. That is messy.
Oh my god.
Although I am intrigued. What's a probe?
Oh, because aliens probe your butt, right? Like that's like a, it's a
Oh,
joke.
right, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
I
joke.
was
They probe
assuming.
your brain.
Do they? Depends where you come from, I guess.
Any sphincter works.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
I
Any
know,
years
it
ago.
And we hope to see you again.
It's right there, like right there, right at the end.
I know, it was like 3 words away from
Wasn't it? Was
finishing it.
the look on your face as soon as you did it? It was like I got